Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking grunge text effect using Adobe After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that you'll need here is you'll need to have some kind of grunge texture. So I've just gone to pexels.com and I've just downloaded this grunge texture. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to follow along. Once you have that, all we need to do is take it into After Effects. So here we are in After Effects, and the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll need to create a new composition. I'm just going to run with a 1920 by 1080 pixel document, 30 FPS at a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. Just press OK. Once you have that, then what you will need to do is you will need to import your files. So to do that, all you need to do is right click in here and go file import. Cool. So now once your file is in there, all we need to do is drag it to the timeline, and you can see if I zoom out a bit, now I've got my texture in there. Now the scale of this image is quite large, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press S for scale, and I'm just going to scale it down until I get it to the size that I like. So I'm just going to keep it something like that. Once you have that, then what you need to do is you need to search for the effect called motion tile. And what we are going to do is we are first going to click on mirror edges, and you can increase the output height and width if you need it for your texture. So I'm just gonna put it up to about 300. For this texture, I probably won't need that. But what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna come over here and I'm going to hold Alt or Option and click on Tile Center. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write two expressions. The first one is going to be posterized time. So all I did is I just pressed tab and it's got it in there. And then I'm gonna put posterized time to 12. I'm gonna go onto a new line and then write wiggle, press tab. And now you've got two options for wiggle. I'm gonna put 50, let's say, comma 1000. And if you've done that correctly, now you will see your motion tile texture hopping around. Now if you see any black edges or anything like that, you might have to increase the output width, and yeah, make sure that you tick mirror, because otherwise you will see this bit here. So if you just click mirror, then you don't really see that because the image is actually mirrored. Now if you want to change some of the settings with this, you can definitely change the posterized time setting, you know, put that lower, higher, or you can change the wiggle settings as well. So now what we need to have is we need to put in some text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new text layer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write grunge. So the font that I'm using here is Mission Gothic Black, so the thickest version of that. And I'm just going to make sure that I align it to the center of my screen. If you want to play around with, you know, the font size or anything like that, you can. So I'm just going to go around 460 in size, and I think that looks pretty good for me. I'm probably going to make the letters a little bit closer together, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the tracking, and then let's just bring the letters maybe a bit closer, and then I can just maybe increase the size again as well. So if you need to align it, then align it to the center of the composition. So now once we have that, so now we've got the grunge texture in the background, but we only want it to apply to the text. So what we can do is we can go over here to the track matte tools, and then we can set the track matte to our grunge layer. Now you don't see anything in there, but if you click this little button over here, now you will create the luma matte, and now you can actually see the grunge texture in there. So now if you need to ever go back to your Pexels document, for example, if you want to change the scale, make it bigger, smaller, etc., you can do that, and that will affect the overall text. But I'm pretty happy with that, and I think that looks pretty cool. So now once you've done the luma matte, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add another effect in here. We're going to add some roughen edges, and you can see what has happened there to the edges. Because it's all grungy, we want it a little bit rough. You can definitely play around with some of the size if you like, and you can see you've got a kind of effect like that. I'm not going to go too crazy in here. Maybe I'll just bump it up to maybe like something like 12, just so it doesn't have such a straight edge. Then the next effect that we are going to add in here is some Turbulent Displace, just for some movement. So I'm going to bring this down to probably around about 3, and then if we animate the evolution, you can see that now we'll have some movement in that. So in order to do that, all we need to do is just press on or hold Option and then click on the stopwatch for evolution, and we'll write time times, let's say 40. And so now if you preview that, now we will have some movement in the text, and it's a little bit hard to see with the grunge background going off. If you want to change the speed or anything like that, you can always go back and just change the time settings in there if you want to change anything. But I'm pretty happy with that. So now the next thing that we need to do is we need to pre-compose those things. So I'm just going to highlight both those layers and then go to pre-compose. You can right click and go pre-compose. Now what we need to have is a background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new solid, and I'm just going to call it BG, and I'm going to drag it underneath there, and I'm going to search for the effect called gradient ramp. Now obviously I need some colors for this, so I'm just going to color hunt, and I'm choosing a color palette which has a kind of dark color as well as a few lighter colors. So I'm going to choose this blue one. All I'm going to do is hit on that and then go to my gradient ramp. I'm going to change the white to that blue. I'm going to change it to a radial ramp. I'm going to move the center point in the middle and the end of the ramp to over here somewhere. And then if I go swap colors, now I've got that cool kind of grunge background with the blue and all that. It's looking pretty cool, but we need to put a little bit of color on the text. So in order to do that, what I need to do is I need to go to my text layer, the pre-comp, and then if I go to layer styles, and then if I go to stroke, now you can see it does have a stroke on the outside, but it affects everything as well. So if I open up the stroke settings, go back to color hunt, now I can play around with some of these colors. For example, if I want this darker one, all I need to do is go in here and then change it, and now I've got that as my color, and I think that looks pretty cool. If you want to increase the stroke size, you can, but that will also increase the outside of the text. So I'm pretty happy with around 3. You could even go 4, 5 if you want. The only other thing that I did in here is I added another layer styles, and I added some drop shadow. So if I go in here and if I have a look at the drop shadow, and if I go down to the distance, you can see what it is that I'm actually doing in there. So it creates this little bit over here. So you can increase the opacity if you want it to be a little bit darker. You can increase the size if you want, but I'm gonna keep that as 5, and I just want a little bit of extra on that text. So I think that's looking pretty cool. The final thing that I did in here is I added a adjustment layer. So if I go into the adjustment layer, and then if I search for the effect called posterize time, and if I change the frame rate, if I drop that in half to about 12, now we've got a little bit more of that stop motion look. And the other thing that I added in here was some noise. So if I go up and bump the noise to probably about 10%, something like that, now we've really given it that kind of grungy kind of vibe. And also finally, if you wanted to add another adjustment layer, and I'm just going to put this on top of everything and just add a curves effect, you can play around with some of the settings there. So maybe I'll just drop that like a little smidge like that. So I'm creating a little S curve over there. And so that's about it for this short tutorial. The only other thing that I did is I just animated the text. So that's just a simple scale in animation. So I just went to maybe 105, something like that. And now the text has a little bit of movement in there. So anyways guys, thanks for watching this short tutorial on how to create some grunge text. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.